Hello and welcome to Fashion Report Friday, the weekly video series trying to get you the most MGP humanly possible from the Mandeville Gold Saucer every week on a Friday when judging begins. So this is week 253 and the actual clue this time around is Dalmascan skies. The individual clues for items include daisy chain for your helm, Dalmascan chic for your body, pirates in the sky for your legs, and friend to the end for your necklace slot. In this video we'll have a 100 score, an 80 with dies, and my crack at the easiest 80 possible. So without further ado, let's go straight onto that 100 score. Alrighty, for a 100 score then, as you can see for our helm we went for the rainbow daisy corsage. Any of the daisy corsage will work, and corsage are basically flowers in your hair. You can create this helm item with an alchemist and they vary in level required and they're all relatively easy apart from a rainbow one. Arguably, these are all equipable by all classes in the game level 1 and above. They're not really that expensive, or they shouldn't be, and they're quite easy to craft, like I say. So if people are posting them expensively on the market board, consider getting someone you know to craft this for you, or go to other servers and have a look around using the data center travel and server travel systems. So for the chest piece then, there is no alternatives for this, I'm afraid. It is locked into the clue. This is the Dalmascan draped top, which is something you can craft with a weaver recipe. This thing will set you back a fair amount of gil, especially considering it's used as a unique only item used for the 100 this week, so the prices of this will go up. It's usually quite a sought after fashion item. It is glamour, it is equipable by all classes in the game level 1 and above, but it is a shame that there are no alternatives really to this slot this week. Then we have for the legs, I went for the Tantalus breeches. This is something you can get as a veteran reward for 150 days of subscription. Obviously they've reworked that a fair amount, but most people should have access to these eventually. These are equipable by all classes level 1 and above. Now alternatively, if you don't have access to these, there are a variety of items, as you could probably tell with the clue. Any of the Sky Pirates trousers and I believe the Gaskins will work as well for this slot. So that's any of the Sky Pirates trousers of striking, for example, the Gaskins of maiming, trousers of scouting, half slops of aiming, the Sky Pirates ones, the Sky Pirates bottoms of healing, that sort of stuff. Those should all work for gold, although I'm unable to test all of those items. There's quite a few of those. And I believe one of the other solid alternatives is the Kudzu trousers of striking, which of course is locked to striking jobs, but you can purchase that from vendors such as Muto in Kagane. But yeah, the best option is still the Tantalus breeches for that slot. And finally on our right side we have the Halonic. I went for the Exorcist choker here. Basically this can be any Halonic choker in the game, and these are obtainable from the vault. So basically you have two chances to get yourself a choker amongst everything else in the loot pool. You'll notice this elevator just after the first boss, the Chantry lift. This chest has a chance to drop you a choker. As you can see, we've got the Exorcist choker there, which is perfectly viable. And then the other option is the second boss itself, which is obviously Grino the Bull. And there we go, that was the 100 score. So not too bad, of course, locking things into certain, requirements is not great for alternate characters, but at the end of the day, there are other ways of doing this. So let's go straight to the 80 with dies. Alright, so for an 80 with dies, as you can see, we've got some expensive ones here, honestly, mixed in. We have Dragoon Blue, which is 100 Sky Builder scripts on both our weapon and any legs in the game. We have Rose Pink, which is a NPC vendor purchased die on our helm. We have Metallic Silver on our chest. And then we have Hunter Green on our gloves. So honestly, the Dragoon Blue and the Metallic Silver are probably what's going to set you back the majority of your gil, or of course, you know, you're going to have to use Sky Builder scripts for the Dragoon Blue, which of course can also be obtained from your island sanctuary. If you have lots of blue cowries left over with nothing to spend them on, then dyes are a perfectly dyeable option. Anyway, let's move on to the easiest 80 possible. Here we are then for the easy 80, and honestly, this could be any selection of items from the previous 100, and you could even mix in some dyes if you wanted to. It's not that difficult to get an 80 score. However, I just straight up decided that the easiest item that I could think of would be to get one of those Daisy Corsage, so I just kept my rainbow one. But of course you can go for the white, black, red, blue, yellow, green. Any of the Daisy Corsage will work, and really they're not that expensive. They shouldn't be expensive, and I really wanted to do an easy 80 that was accessible to all levels. So this is level 1 all the way through. And the other item that makes this 80 is obviously the Tantalus Breaches. I feel that most people will probably have access to those, and if you don't, obviously there are the Sky Pirate stuff as well. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think those two things make this the easiest. Other people might suggest doing runs of the Vault, because obviously depending on the level of your character, if it is an alt, it might not be high enough level to do the Vault, which is why I didn't go for that. And you could probably combine with some dyes, but at the end of the day, there are multiple ways of doing it, but this is the way I decided was the most accessible. Anyway, hopefully this helped get you your scores. If it didn't, then obviously feel free to leave your own solutions below. I'm sure people read the comment section, and you're always very helpful in that regard. Thank you so much for watching. A link in the description of this video will take you to the Reddit thread where this information is theorized each and every week. Huge shout out to all of the people over there. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you all next time.